where did the big three come from? You just decided to do this one day? It just came to you? What happened?
As a fan, you know, when you see your greats retired, and I've lived through this from Dr. J, then Kareem, then Magic, Shaq, then Kobe. You know, when you see a guy score 60 points and then retire the next day, you say, I still want to see him play basketball. So that's kind of where this came, you know, this idea and this dream started, was just being a fan, figuring out how do we still see the guys that we love to see play ball, you know. And they may not be able to handle that 82-game schedule that the NBA got, and they might not be able to do back-to-back games or 3 games in 4 nights. But they can do half court. They can do once a week. And 3-on-3 is kind of the most played form of basketball in the world.
Yeah.
So I felt like, why don't we have a professional league at this level?
Yeah, and there's no time, so first to 30 creates a halftime, and first to 60 creates a winner.
Yes.
And some guys are going to play and coach.
Yeah.
Iverson's one of them.
Yep, Iverson.
Oakley is another.
Yeah.
Right. So which one was the one where you got them under contract? You thought, okay, we got a shot here to put a league together.
I mean, our first contract was Kenyon Martin. You know, he stepped out first. And, you know, when we got him, I felt like, okay, we must have a great idea, or, you know, players that of this caliber wouldn't, you know, because leagues start all the time. You know, they start summer leagues, try to start stuff like this a lot. So we felt like we had a good idea. But when we signed Iverson, it was over. We was like, okay, let's do the press conference, because, you know, we on to something. And it's really snowballed into something great. You know, I think people really are starting to get excited about this league.
You got to get Larry Brown to run his practice and record
Well, he's
it.
the coach now, so
I'm about to say
he's going to run Larry Brown out of practice.
That's right. I mean, because that's what we're talking about with him. And in terms of, you know, him, I mean, he is what he represents in so many ways. I'm just looking at the list of the guys that you have here. He kind of bridges both eras that you're trying to touch on, because he was an old school guy, and he still resonates with so many young people in this country right now. That Iverson is kind of the guy that you want to have as a part of this traveling show across the country.
Yeah, I mean, he's a superstar. People haven't seen him play in a while. You know, people haven't really, you know, it's just something about Iverson. You know, he has this magnetism to him that people want to see what he's doing and kind of, you know, see what tip he's on.
Well, have you seen his game? What does it look like? Have you seen it?
I mean, you know, all of them getting themselves in the right condition. They know that this is heavy competition. This ain't no, you know, weekend warrior pickup game league. You know, these guys, we got 24 spots left, and we got 60 guys going out for 24 spots. So we got a combine and a draft.
When is that?
It's at the end of this month. Combine's on the 29th. Draft is on the 30th. And in Vegas. And we're going to see what guys still got.
Former NBA players?
Yes.
30 and over?
Yep, all former NBA players, 30 and over.
Who's choosing who makes the final 24 spots?
The player captains. We got player captains already, co-captains and coaches, and they're all going to decide, you know, who's going to fill out the roster.
Dr. J is going to be like figuring out who's filling out the roster. I got a tri-state team. Rick Mahorn.
Yes.
Drexler. Rick Barry. Well, Rick Barry, as you know, he does not mince any words.
Well, that's what we want, man. You know, our league, we got trash talking. You know, we got hand checking. We got old school basketball that you remember.
Oh, okay. Are you going to mic these guys up?
Oh, yeah.
For people in the crowd to hear?
Oh, yeah.
See, we're trying to talk.
I think we need to go shoot this.
Yeah. A very entertaining combine.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you're looking for. So you can come, you can hear the game as well as watch it and see it.
Exactly.
And you know these guys are going to, well, I mean, you got some serious showmen here also. You know, Jason Williams is a showman.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's going to try.
Chocolate.
White Chocolate is going to put something out there. I would love to. And Scalabrini. I mean, he's fun. You got something going on right here.
Yeah,
Q.
man.
This is fun.
Hey, I feel like I'm on like the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God. You know, you know what I mean? I feel like it. You know,
right.
This is something I think people really want to see. You know, especially in the summer. You know, when we're waiting on football, basketball's over, baseball's even mid-season.
Right.
You know, what you gonna watch but the big three.
Have you reached out to Commissioner Silver about this at all, or you just okay?
You know,
what has he said?
They're in support of the league. You know, Adam's a great guy. You know, we met with him and they were totally in support of the league. You know, they actually like that we have something for these guys because, you know, when guys stop playing, you know, some of them float around. You know, a few of them get back, you know, to do commentating or whatever. But for the most part, these guys are ballers, you know. Some guys go overseas, some guys do this, but to have these guys back on American soil, you know, playing 3-on-3 on a professional level, that, you know, we're bringing something to the table that people haven't seen on this level. We got a 2-point shot, 3-point shot, and a 4-point shot. So,
Okay, so where's the 4-point shot? How far back?
we got 3 circles, 3 4-point circles, and they're 30 feet away from the basket. So it's a makeable shot. It's long, but it's makeable.
That's fantastic.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.